A third straight defeat for the Bourne Braves here at McKeon Park in Hyannis, but that doesn't mean it's not time for Tomahawk Talk, episode number 10, coming at you, right now. I'm Michael Stern, Kyle Kercheval on my right, and Troy Lynch on my left. Guys, it was another slow start for the Braves, the third straight time that they had opened, giving up 3 runs in the first inning. Troy, the pitching was not there tonight in the first inning, but settled down a little bit after that.
Yeah, Shapiro, he gave up a few runs in the first inning, and that's been the problem with the Bourne Braves the past few games. It's been 3, it's been 4, today it was a couple, but then after that he seemed to settle down a little bit. Obviously Shapiro didn't have his best start. We saw him against Cotuit in that 10-1 win. However, it was a lot rockier today, but we did see Brady Miller. Normally we thought he would be a starter. However, he did come in for relief of Shapiro, pitched 2 innings. However, Shapiro did have 6 strikeouts on the day. It's just once batters figured him out, he couldn't put his fastball beyond the bat, and then they start hitting the ball really, really hard all over the field. And it was a tough day, especially for Mangum in center.
4 innings for Shapiro, 2 then for, you mentioned, Miller, and then 1 each for Connor O'Neill and James Ziemba to close out the ball game. Braves pitching only gave up 5, which is usually enough with the offense that we've seen, but Kyle, after 2 runs in the top of the second, it was silence for the offense.
Yeah, only 4 Braves with hits tonight, 2 of those going to Garrett Woolforth, who came away with the only RBIs. Last night it was Willie Yon, tonight it's Garrett Woolforth. That came in a bases loaded situation, so you like to see the Braves come through there, but there just were not enough base runners to get things going. There weren't enough walks. Hyannis pitchers weren't giving away anything free. So the bats just have really been cold for the last few nights, and we're not accustomed to seeing that. And I'm thinking, well, maybe you got to start getting some more bunts in there. You got to start manufacturing more runs. But gosh, I saw David McKinnon over here, the guy that's just super frustrated right now. The guy's just whacking the cover off the ball, and it's just going right to guys. And just the chatter in the dugout is, can we stop hitting it right at people? How many times are we going to do this? And sometimes you just can't control that. But if you keep doing that, again, it's really unsatisfying in a night like tonight when you smack the ball around and you don't get too much out of it. But if you keep doing that, if you keep hitting the ball hard, good things are going to happen. Trust me, it will.
So the Braves fall 5-2 to the Hyannis Harborhawks, the 2 off the bat of Garrett Woolforth, a 2-run single. And Kyle, you caught up with him after the game.
Despite being losers of their last 3, the Bourne Braves head into their first off day of the season with a record of 6-4 tonight. I'm joined by Garrett Woolforth. You got the start tonight behind the plate, came away with a couple firsts. You got your first RBI of the season, you got your first 2 hits of the season. What was clicking for you at the plate?
I was just seeing it well today. Guys were getting on base in front of me, giving me a great opportunity to drive some runs in. So as much as it was me, it was as much those guys because they did a great job getting on and giving me an opportunity.
Now you also nabbed a runner tonight down at second. Are you getting kind of a chemistry with some of this pitching staff? I know you got here later than some of the other catchers. Are you building something up? You feeling a little more comfortable with the guys coming out of the pen?
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot more comfortable. Coaches did a great job. Whenever I first got here when I wasn't playing, they had me catching guys down the bullpen. So I'd seen a lot of off-speed stuff and what they brought to the table, and it just makes it a lot easier once you get to see them in a game.
Now, it's never fun to head into an off day after a loss, but it is your first one of the season. You have a chance to go explore the Cape a little bit. Do you have any plans for your first off day?
Not really. I'm just going to kind of see what it goes. Maybe my host family can show me something, but nah, there's not many expectations going in tomorrow, but it's probably going to be a fun day.
Maybe get a little sleep?
Yeah, definitely a little sleep.
All right, we know what Garrett will be doing tomorrow. Garrett, thanks for joining me. For me, I'll send it back to Tomahawk Talk.
That was Kyle with Garrett Woolforth, and now we're back here. Hyannis 5-2 winners over the Braves tonight after starting 6-1. Bourne has fallen to 6-4 on the season, but some bright spots tonight. Start with you, Kyle, a player of the game.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Garrett Woolforth tonight, not just because he got the 2 hits, or the 2 RBIs for the Braves. He did nab a runner at second, and he got his first start tonight. So he took advantage of that start. You've got 3 catchers on this roster, so whenever you get a start, you have to take advantage of that. He absolutely did that tonight. Came through with the big hit, played well defensively. Woolforth said, like just a second ago in that interview, he said, look, I'm starting to figure it out with the bullpen guys. I'm starting to become more comfortable. And for catchers and pitchers, that chemistry is really, really important. So, of course, it's going to take him a few days to get used to it. It looks like he's starting to come around, and good things are starting to happen for Garrett Woolforth.
So Kyle going with the catcher from Dallas Baptist. Troy, who's your player of the game?
I actually have two. I'm bending the rules a little bit, all right? But I have one that's obvious. That'll be Jake Mangum. He had 3 hits tonight. He got on base. That's what you want after a leadoff man. He did get caught stealing once, however. He responded with another stolen base. He also had a lot of busy work in center field today, and I think a lot more runs would score if he wasn't as fast. But he's using his speed to get to the ball quickly. He's got a pretty good arm, and then he was able to keep runners where they were, and some of them just wouldn't be able to come around and score. However, my other pick is going to be another Garrett. However, he's not with the Braves, Garrett Cave. All right, we saw him in opening night against the Braves, and he threw about 16 consecutive balls, and that's why Connor Wong was able to literally walk off against the Harbor Hawks. But today, still throwing around 97 miles per hour. However, his control, it was there, and then he was able to close out the game against the Braves. So those are my 2 picks for today.
So your Monday evening twofer from the great Troy Lynch. He goes with Garrett Cave of FIU and the Harbor Hawks, and Jake Mangum of Mississippi State and the Braves. As for me, I'll go with Cody Henry, another Harbor Hawk and from the University of Alabama. Just got a new baseball coach, and that new coach, Greg Goff, will be happy to see Mr. Henry when he gets to campus in Tuscaloosa. 3 for 4 tonight, 2 singles, a double, 2 runs batted in. Both of those RBI hits came with 2 outs, and that, I think, was the difference in the game, fellas. The Harbor Hawks were able to come through with runners in scoring position and 2 outs, and the Braves, save for Woolforth's 2-run knock in the second, were not. So that closes the book on game number 10 and brings us to a much-needed off day here in the Cape Cod Baseball League. Bourne falls to Hyannis 5-2 after starting 6-1. The Braves are 6-4. They'll be back at it, though, on Wednesday night in Falmouth against the Commodores. For Kyle Kirchhoff and Troy Lynch, this is Michael Stern. Thanks for watching Tomahawk Talk, and we'll catch you on Wednesday in Falmouth.